G'day guys, welcome to the Aussie Engineer YouTube channel. I'm Ben and today we're going to be talking about gate valves. So what is a gate valve? Gate valves are a very common type of valve. They function by moving a gate in and out of the path of fluid flow. The benefits of gate valves are they provide a large flow area, there is low flow resistance, they are simple in construction, and they're easy to operate. Gate valves are typically utilized in completely open or completely closed states. So why can't gate valves be used for flow control? Gate valves are typically not used for flow control applications for a few reasons. One reason being is that the amount the gate is open is not necessarily proportional to the amount of flow flowing through the valve. For example, if the gate is 50% open, that doesn't necessarily mean that there is 50% of the flow capacity through the valve. Another reason why gate valves are not typically used for flow control is that the turbulence created by the partly open gate valve creates vibration within the valve and hence reduces the lifespan of the valve. There's a few different types of gate valves worth discussing. As you can see here, the non-rising stem valve and the rising stem valve. The key difference between these two is highlighted with the blue circle. The rising stem gate valve has the added benefit of having a visual representation of when the gate valve is completely open and when the gate valve is completely closed. The non-rising stem gate valve does not have this benefit. However, it can be useful when it needs to be installed in a location with physical space constraints. Now we will discuss the basic gate valve components. First up, the stem, the hand wheel, the yoke, the packing gland, the bonnet, the gate itself, and finally, the body of the valve. Now you might want to pause the video here so you can write these down to remember them later. Knife gate valves are another type of gate valve. They are characterized by their extremely thin profiles and their knife-like gates. Knife gate valves are most likely the thinnest type of valve that you can get. Knife gate valves are typically used in applications where a thin profile is very important, and they are sometimes used in applications with highly viscous fluids that need to be cut in order to be isolated. Next, we'll discuss actuation methods for gate valves. Firstly, there's manual or hand actuated gate valves. These are the simplest and most common. There's also electrically actuated gate valves. These utilize an electric motor to open and close. There is electro-hydraulic gate valves. These actuate by utilizing a combination of an electric motor and a hydraulic cylinder. There is hydraulic gate valves. These utilize a hydraulic cylinder to open and close. And finally, there is pneumatically actuated gate valves. These use a compressed air system to open and close. We will now discuss connection types for gate valves. These are very important to understand when selecting which gate valve is appropriate for your application. First up, we've got the most common, the bolted flange connection. There's also welded connection options. You can see here highlighted with blue circle. There's a tapered edge ready to be welded. There's bell and spigot connections. Pretty self-explanatory as seen in the picture. There's threaded connections or union connections. There's socket end connections. There is groove connections, seen here in a fire protection application. And finally, sometimes you'll find compression fittings, clamp flanges, and tube fitting connections on smaller domestic gate valves. Key points we've covered today. We've defined what a gate valve is, and we understand its basic operation principles. We've discussed limitations. We've discussed the different components. We've discussed the actuation methods. We've discussed different connection types available on the market. And finally, I'd just like to say, if you have any questions, leave a comment below or feel free to reach out to your local manufacturer or supplier of valves. They're usually more than willing to help, whether you're an engineer, an asset owner, or a student. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that subscribe button, like this video, and leave a comment if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.